All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Marvel Rivals video. Today, we're going to be talking about one of the things that I really want to kind of get out there. It's kind of like my own real thought. I'm sure other people have had this thought, obviously, but it's just kind of this feeling that I have. And I made a short about it not too long ago. I think like, 2 or 3 days ago, essentially expressing that I want another frontline shield tank. I brought up examples. You know, we have Strange and Magneto, and I didn't count Emma, like Emma Frost, right? I know she has a shield, right? That shield is not, it's different. You place it, which obviously is awesome. Like Emma in her own way is amazing. I love playing as Emma, but I'm talking about a character that can bring up a shield wherever they are placed at. So it's kind of like they are attached to it in a way, right? It's part of them. So Strange's shield, it's always with him. Magneto, besides his bubbles, his shield is always with him, right? Now, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I am like the most brilliant when it comes to like this kind of gameplay style. So like I played some Overwatch. I wasn't really like, oh man, like we can't add too many of these characters because then they'll be broken, that kind of thing, right? So I don't really know if it has to do with balance or whatnot. Just as a tank main, I just love having a shield. And you know, we've had Strange and Magneto since the beginning of the game. They're still fun to play, obviously, but there comes a time when I just gonna get tired of it. Almost with every tank, you can, let's say, hold the cart, right? If you're just on there and you're getting fucking healed just like that, right? You can hold the line, but it's very difficult with some characters. You know, it's kind of like just go down the list. Groot, obviously, like he has his shields, you know, his walls. He is so complex to me personally. I know like you just go ahead and block people and then you block the damage, blah, blah, blah. I gotta practice a lot with him. But again, it's not exactly what I'm looking for. Venom obviously does not have any shield besides his own health shield that he regenerates. He's in and out. Obviously, he's almost like Mario, just stomping all over the place if you play him in a certain way. Again, super fun. Not really a frontline, never leaving the cart kind of character in a way, right? Thor. I love Thor. Again, doesn't have a shield. He's a brawler. He's constantly moving with his shift. You just have to do that because that's how you get your shield. Again, you can frontline if you're very smart with your placement and getting your shifts in, moving people, displacing people. But again, no shield to help defend what is behind me. Hulk, I mean, he has his bubble. I saw people in the comments, I saw you talking about Hulk's bubble. Guys, that bubble is like a second. And then the amount of damage that it can take is like nothing. And then it's on a cooldown. Like that's not what I was talking about. Again, I know it's really helpful, especially with like an ult or whatever. But yeah, no, Hulk, you know, again, in and out, super jumpy, can hold a point depending, but not exactly what I'm looking for. The Thing, I love the Thing. I love playing him. I know people just kind of joke around and say press right click to win, you know, his supercharged punch. That's kind of right in a sense. Once again, he doesn't have a shield. Obviously, he doesn't need one. He's the Thing. He just absorbs damage like nothing else. So yeah, there you go. If you want to include Mr. Fantastic, you kind of can, because he technically, you should play him as a tank in a way, a kind of aggressive tank. Again, doesn't have a shield. I'm not really going to count him because obviously he's DBS. And then of course we have the new character in town, Angela. Angela, again, definitely not a frontline tank. You can play that with her, kind of like an annoying fly around the room. She has a shield. That shield is quickly destroyed faster than Cap's. It makes sense with all the movement that she has and kidnapping and whatnot. Again, she's fun in her own way. Not exactly what I'm talking about. And then of course I keep getting flagged for even mentioning these kind of words. But if Daredevil is a tank, because we don't know, I don't want any comments, please, about they've already confirmed this or that, like directly confirmed. I know his moveset was leaked not too long ago. I haven't really looked at it because like when reading leaked stuff that doesn't even have like an image to describe it, it sounds it's easy to get, I guess, misinterpreted. I don't care if he's a tank or not. It doesn't matter. But if he is, obviously Daredevil will not have a shield. That just doesn't make sense for the character, even if he was to be a tank. I'm sure he'll, you know, kind of be like a brawler or in and out, depending, doesn't matter. Again, not what I'm looking for. And I'm just really curious, does anyone else have this kind of feeling like you want a tank that can hold your own, right? Like you have a shield, so while you're being aggressive and pushing forward or back, depending on whatever, you're also able to help the guys in the back but with your shield. And so I've wondered like what kind of characters could they do. You know, I know people get really finicky when you mention having a character that totally fits in this role, right? Like You know, I mean, Daredevil, right? Obviously Daredevil shouldn't have a shield. But you know, Emma Frost, it's kind of interesting that she would have a shield. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think she's ever really done anything like that in the comics, like actually having a shield, right? It's a game. You have to have some creative liberties. That's just the way it goes. But you know, like, I know, you know, characters like MODOK, who, if he's a tank or support, I think it'll be one of those two, if I'm gonna be completely honest. You know, that makes sense if they were to have a shield. Again, though, I don't know if it would fully, I guess, follow them. You know, he is such a big character. There's no reason to give him a shield, even if he was a tank. You know, Professor X, I don't see him. First of all, Professor X, just as a character, obviously we know him in the wheelchair. He's not always been a wheelchair centered character, depending on what you're doing with the character. If they want to include him to walk, they can. My not so in-depth comic nerd brain would be like, why is he not in a wheelchair, right? I don't even know if he would have a shield. I don't know if he'll be tank or support, whatever. I saw an interesting comment that was kind of saying, oh, you know, if Gambit, if he was a tank, which, here we go, God forbid we have a DPS be a tank, you know, they could have, like, he could have a giant card that he could project to be a shield. That'd be cool. So, something like that, you know. Just I need more shield characters, you know. Like, I love all of these characters. Oh, I didn't even forget to mention Penny. You know, Penny doesn't have a shield, and she's actually the only, I think, area controller kind of tank right now, you know, with her mines. So, like, sometimes she'll just, you know, be able to hold down a point because of her mines. That'll be also really cool to see kind of what other archetypes they add to the role. And you know, I just kind of want to get a sense of what is everyone thinking about when it comes to this topic. I still have not responded to any. I don't know why. I'm almost still kind of recovering from responding to people about my Daredevil shorts that I made, and also the video as well, of like, oh, is he a tank? Because there's a lot of people who think like, oh, we will, I guess, be mad or cry if he's a DPS, which is not the case. I just think it'd be cool if he's a tank, you know. Like, I don't know, that's another topic for another time. But you know, let me know what y'all think down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I'm curious to know why. Obviously, with this kind of stuff, this is a video game and there's an Elseworld story. You have to, like, open your mind to different possibilities. You can't just say this person has to be this, unless in certain things, right? Like, obviously the big, I guess, comparison is like, oh, are we gonna make Spider-Man a tank? No, but at the same time, I've seen so many interpretations where he can make these web constructs that, technically speaking, he could have been. I'm gonna be like, he would keep his size, but you know what? He's fine the way he is. But hey man, like, giant web shields, it's possible. Invisible Woman, I know there's the meme of, oh, let's have Invisible Woman be a tank. She kind of could be. Like, she's able to do shit, but I don't know. You just gotta be open to it. Let me know what you all think down below in the comments. And yeah, take care.